is Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger, and welcome back, Gems family. I am on here just for a little while. It was a very busy day. I know I usually do a stream somewhere around lunchtime to about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but today I couldn't get it away. I had a full load of coaching and work and so many other things, grocery shopping, adulting, right? So I wasn't able to get away until right now, but I most definitely wanted to get on and to say to all of my Gems family, I hope you had a wonderful Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we usually talk about something transformational. And even though it's very late, we only got about 2 hours. Well, I only have 2 hours left in the rest of my Tuesday. But still, I wanted to talk about something that we can transform in our life. And today, I wanted to talk about how important it is for us to transform from, who we surround ourselves by and support and the things that we listen to, because there's so much power in what we support, what we listen to. It will really shift our peace, our joy, our happiness, all of those things. We have the power to transform our life, and there's nothing like it. And especially on this transformational Tuesday, I wanted to talk about that we each have the power to change and shift our life and make it happier, make it better, make it more positive, make if something we haven't maybe been doing, to for us to not beat up ourselves. I felt a very strong pull because I most definitely wanted to drop in my bed and go to sleep, but I felt a pull like, no, do not skip this live stream, talk about this. So I'm going to. A lot of times we'll push ourselves on the back burner. I know I have for many, many years put myself last. You put yourself in front of everybody, relatives, and working, and etc., other people in our lives that we care about. And we most definitely have to stop putting everybody above us and in front of us. And we have to start getting back to prioritizing ourselves and our mental health, because it's nothing like when we are very unhappy. And I know what that feels like to be unhappy for a long time, to be miserable, and to be around people who really didn't support me and love me the way that I need to. And I had to learn that some people will never support me. They're never going to be encouraging of me because they don't care about me. And that may seem mean or harsh or like I'm being a hater or anything, but that's what it is. Some people will never support you. They'll never be on board for your dreams. They're never going to be able to give you what you need. And we have to come to that space of realization. See, we are not dumb. We are able to see, we can feel their energy. We know the people who don't support us. We know all of those things, but what are we doing about it? See, and this is where it's going to take some courage. If that person is your relative, if that person is someone that you're dating or somebody that you're married to, if that somebody is your quote unquote friend, if and they're not showing up for you, if they don't have a commitment to supporting your betterment and your peace and your happiness, they don't respect you and your boundaries, this is when we need to start choosing ourselves. And no, choosing yourself is not selfish. I've heard people say that all the time, and those toxic people will say that. Oh, you've changed. You better be right. I almost said something else, but you better be correct in that you're changing. And we should, all of us, Gems, we should always be actively participating in improving our life and becoming more peaceful, healing some of the traumatic things that have happened to us, and also giving ourselves the permission to grow and to be empowered to love ourselves the way that we deserve to be loved. And unfortunately, some people don't know how to love us, don't know how to support us, don't care to support us, are jealous of us. And one thing that we have to transform is letting what people say and what they haven't done or what they have done to us to stop us from healing and forgiving and getting into our purpose in our life. Nobody should have that much power over us to whatever they did, whatever they said, to make us feel like we're not enough to walk the road alone and to do some good things for ourselves. I can tell you guys, hey, realists, I can tell you guys for a long time in my life, I was in a space of being so miserable because of some people had said some things that really hurt my feelings. And I know that there are some that have gone through situations like this. You know, when I needed support, there was no support from certain relatives, there was no support from a quote unquote friend or a quote unquote person that you're in a relationship with romantically. So we have to be very careful of not letting lack of support stop us from our purpose in our life. And I've done that for a long time, shelf my dreams because I didn't want to do that support all by myself. I didn't think I could do things by myself. But I have to tell you guys something that I was just finished talking about that conversation that we have to train people how to treat us. And if we don't start showing up for ourselves, nobody is going to start showing up for you. Hey, Delvin, how are you doing? We have to show up for ourselves first. Everybody. And this is something that we have to transform. You cannot make people show up for you, but you have the power to say, I'm not going to keep supporting those that don't support me, or the people who always, they judge you. You know their energy is off. You've known that a long time ago. I've learned to stop fooling myself and playing games and waiting for people to change, waiting for people to show up for me. I no longer am going to do that. If somebody isn't supporting me, I say it's their loss. That's their loss. It's not yours. If somebody feels like, oh, they don't want to support me, or I don't have to support them, or I don't want to support them for whatever reason, stop wasting your energy running after people, asking them why, or begging for them to support you, begging for people to love you and be there for you. Don't waste your energy and your time. Pour your time into yourself, friending yourself and encouraging yourself, and say, I'm confident that if I got to walk this road alone, I'm strong enough to walk this road alone. I don't need your support. I don't need your negativity. I don't need your judgment. Even though we know people are going to do that anyways, but we got to work on being strong and building a strong foundation for ourselves, that yes, while it hurts when people don't support us, it does, it hurts. It's like a knife in the back, right? A knife in the heart. It can be very discouraging if you allow your mind to stay in that space. But we have to empower ourselves and say, while I would like your support, but it's not necessary for me. And that is the space where I had to start walking away, because if you keep waiting and depending and expecting something that somebody can't give, you're going to frustrate not only them, but yourself. And you're going to get sidetracked from your purpose. Your energy is going to go down, your money is going to go down, your mental health will become affected, your physical person, your sleep pattern, everything gets affected when we're unhappy, when we're frustrated. We have to relieve ourselves of that stress. We're the ones that have the power. And we're the ones that say what we can do and what we can't do. So don't let people take the wind out of your sail. Don't let somebody get you distracted from your purpose, from what is yours. All you have to do is walk the line, be consistent and persistent, and leave the negativity alone. In fact, use that fuel, that fire from the haters and the jealous people and the ones that thought you were nothing and the ones that did all kinds of wrong to you. You got to take all of that pain and you got to shift that into your power and use it as your fuel to get into your purpose. I have to tell you that. You got to use the things that people may have said or done to you and not show up and also with anger. No, we're not going to show with anger because they were angry. You still keep doing the right thing. You keep being kind. Always do the right thing. Leave people to do whatever they're going to do, but you also don't let people use you, abuse you, disrespect you. We're not doormats. Okay? Delvin says, bless the whole chat. Thank you, Delvin. Hi, Miss Paula. How are you doing? Paula says, amen to that. Expecting something that someone can't give. Boy, does that hurt to be able to receive that and understand it. And I did that for a very long time, expecting for someone to love me the way I deserve to be loved. And it was impossible because people can't love you if they don't love themselves. They can't give you when they're already in a negative. They're already in the negative. You're probably maybe 5 or 10, but they're at minus 37. How can they help you? And their cup is empty. They're in a negative mind space. They haven't healed. They haven't let go and forgiven. So they can't help you. And we want people to be on our side and support us and love us, but it's it's not possible for some people. So we have to start removing our expectation that that they'll be there and one day they'll change. Just remove that from your mind because it's not going to happen. And it's not that we're trying to be negative, we're being realistic. People cannot give us what we want most of the time. And we got to know and understand, so stop wasting your time and your energy. It will just frustrate you. Yes. Paula says, hi Marlene, how is your family doing? All is well over here. Miss Paula, thank you so much. I asked the same to you. How is your family doing? So that's something that it's a life lesson because today is Tuesday, and every day I come up with something that we're going to talk about. Yeah, Mondays I do motivational Mondays, and Tuesdays I do transformational Tuesday. So I just wanted to encourage my GEMS family and to say, let's empower ourselves and not stay in that space of aggravation and expecting something that somebody can't deliver. Let's stop being angry because we're not getting what we want. We're not toddlers. We're mature women, mature men who are happy, healed, and peaceful because we've made the decision to be such. Every day we wake up, we make a decision to be better than who we were yesterday. Every day we wake up and we say, I'm going to learn a lesson. I'm going to help people. I'm going to be kind. As long as it's in the power of my hand, I'm going to do good even when nobody is watching. Always do the right thing, but also at the same time, I wanted to empower everybody and to say, there's a lot of times where we are holding on to people that we should have been let go of. That's a tough thing to let go of people that we really do care about, but we know for sure that they don't care about us back. because people who care about you will show up for you, will listen to you, will pour into your cup, will listen to you, will be compassionate. They won't show up with anger. They won't make you feel sad. They won't be disrespectful. Actually, they will be very compassionate to you. And that's what we all need. We all need compassion and understanding and patience. Because I sure know I need more people to be compassionate and kind to me. You know, where when you've been putting up with so much, so oftentimes we get run over and disrespected, and when that happens, you kind of get kind of tough. You kind of get cold, and as to how you deserve to be treated. And I'm here to remind you guys that just because some people may have not shown up for you the way you deserve, it doesn't mean you should lower your standards, lower your values. Actually, I encourage everybody to increase your value, to increase what how you show up. Don't let your past define your present. Mm-mm. Never let what happened to you, never let what other people have done change you into something negative. Don't allow the anger or the bitterness, or a person may have backstabbed you, used you, abused you, turn you into somebody angry and bitter or cold or evil. No, we're going to take what happened to us and we're going to empower ourselves and understand that not everybody who is around us deserve to have us. Yeah, I said it. A lot of people don't deserve your friendship, don't deserve your heart, don't deserve or see the potential that you have inside of you. But I'm here to encourage you and to tell you that too. You have potential inside of you. You have love inside of you. Healing can happen for you. Peace can happen. But a lot of times it's untapped or it's been pushed down because of so many things that has happened to you in your life. But at any time, you can draw all of those things up. It's just like a deep well. We all have love inside of us, friendship, kindness, empowerment, but sometimes because of we've been we got those seeds of doubt inside of us, because people will say things that cause us to think maybe we're inferior, or we're not smart enough, we're not capable, we can't do things like them, or because of someone not supporting, we will feel like maybe what I'm doing is not good enough. So don't take those things and doubt yourself. Don't take what somebody has said or done to you cause you to feel that some sort of doubt inside yourself. Maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do that. See, we're going to transform that mindset. And you know, I'm very big on mindset shifting. It's not about who we were, it's not about what somebody else did. It's about today. And who are you today as a woman or a man? And I speak over my life and your life as well, that I am well, all is well. I'm happy and healed. I have peace inside of me. I have potential, and there's nothing that I can't do. See, we need to remind ourselves of all of those things. Paula says, "My family is uh, is attached. My family is making." I don't know. I don't know what you were referring to, Paula. Sometimes we say attach because of our insecurities, or maybe seeing the person in a good way, but forgetting what they really are. That's true, Paula, because that's one thing is that I know for me, I'm just a person that I see the potential and the good in everybody, but I also have to understand that some people, by attaching yourself to them, holding on to them, they're going to bring you into a very negative mental space. They're going to probably mess up your money. your financial situation. They'll hurt your feelings, they'll be disrespectful. So we have to be very careful about who we align ourselves with, what we listen to, what we speak out of our mouth, because words have power. Words have power to grow us and help us and heal us and be able to support others, because we can't be uh, happy, peaceful, have joy, have laughter in our lives if we allow other people to drag us down. Sirius says, Happy Tuesday, Marlene. Thank you so much, Sirius. How was your day? That's something that I wanted to encourage everybody to shift and empower your mind, that regardless of how your day was today or what somebody may have done and said, because every day there's people who come and they just may rub you the wrong way. They're always saying something, or doing something disrespectful, or even sometimes it's just a look that somebody gives and you just don't like it. But we can't control what other people do. All we can do is control our reaction to how they show up, right? For every action, there is a reaction, right? And we don't have to react negatively. That's a very powerful thing. When I learned that part, that I am in control of how I deal with the situation, how I see it, I won't be able to change it. I don't have the power. That's not in the power of my hand to shift and change what somebody else does or says, or how they feel about themselves. But I can only control, how do I show up? Do I show up with joy and peace? Am I kind and loving? Am I respectful? Do I set realistic expectations so that I don't get disappointed later? I think that's very important for us to speak that out loud in talking about empowering ourselves. Don't just expect people, oh, they're grown. You can't trust everybody with your heart, with your dreams, okay? With with personal and private things. You have to be very careful about who you let into your personal thoughts. You have to be very careful who you trust. You have to be careful who you align yourself with, because everybody is not good for us, okay? That's very important. Paula says, I hope your day went well, Sirius. Yes, and I do as well. So I wanted to just come on and empower everybody and say that to everybody on this transformational Tuesday. I'm asking for you to elevate your thoughts and make them thoughts. We're the ones in control of how we talk to ourselves. We are in control of what we say to ourselves, because I'm very big on affirmations. It's very important that if you're not already, for you to have some affirmations that you speak out loud over your life. And I've noticed, since I have been affirming certain things, that I have written my personal affirmations, or maybe affirmations that I read or I hear from very positive people, that has really been helping me, because not all the time we wake up in the best mind space, with the right mindset, with the proper attitude. I know I wake up sometimes in a kind of oh, not so nice, in a funky attitude, like just my attitude is very poor. So during those times, I always have to remind myself that I am not my thoughts. And if my thoughts condemn me, I have the power to change my attitude. I have the power to shift those negative thoughts into positive ones. I always like to replace them if I'm thinking like something that's not good. I try very quickly to remove those negative thoughts out of my mind. And anytime if I have an attitude about something, I try my best to pinpoint, why do I have an attitude today? Am I tired? Am I hungry? Maybe is there something that I have not dealt with, because that internal dialogue will tell us. Maybe you need to forgive somebody of something. Maybe it's something. So when we handle those things, we'll be able to show up in a healthy, happy mindset and space. Because that's what I want for not only me, but I want that for all of my GEMS family too. Every single one of us deserves to show up in a space where we feel good about ourselves and we have a smile on our face and there's joy. Not that we're going to walk around smiling with all of our teeth showing throughout the whole day, because that would be weird. But we would we're going to show up and say, today I'm going to do the best that I can. Today I'm going to show up with kindness. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to forgive where I need to forgive, and I'm going to do the best that I can. That's all we can do, is show up for ourselves in the right way, make sure we're taking care of our mental health, and we are setting those boundaries and not letting the outside, the negative, the evil, the jealousy come in into our personal space and disrupt us. Don't let the dysfunctional people or evil thoughts come into our minds and make us think something different about ourselves. Okay? Okay, awesome. That's awesome, Paula. Sarah says, absolutely. Hey, Kristen, how are you doing? Welcome in. I think that that's so important for us to remember that we need to check in on ourselves, you know? And I think that's something very empowering. And it took me a long time in my life to be at a space uh, to say, sometimes I'm not okay. And if we're not okay, apply some compassion to ourselves. I'm human. I'm human. I get tired. We have to have the power to make changes in our life. Hey James, how are you doing? Welcome in. We have the power to change our life. We have the power to be happy and all of those things. Yes. Welcome in, James. Sarah says, don't be a prisoner of your thoughts. Emotions are temporary, they come and go like waves. You are not your emotions. You are the ones that observe them. You have the power to change them. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation with all of the GEMS family, and to say that if you ever have those thoughts throughout the day, and I believe that everybody who's honest, we have those days where we get kind of frustrated mentally. We go through things, and because a lot of things can be happening, physical problems. We could have some health issues. You could be stressed out, financial difficulties, just so much stuff that can be happening to us as an adult. What did they say when you're adulting, right? So it comes with some challenges, but not taking those challenges and making excuses, but whatever the challenge is that we are facing at that moment, just identifying what's this challenge and then troubleshoot. How can I help myself? How can I empower myself and and be and make my day better? Like my friend Gio always says, that you can start your day again. You can. You can say, today has been going awful. I give myself the permission to start my day over. And I do. And when you do that, you can start your day over as many times as you need to. It's a reset. It's a way to shift the rest of your day. You don't have to say, I had a bad day. At any point in your day, you can say, let's start again. Let's start again, and we're going to start off on a positive note. We're going to shift the energy in the room. We're going to shift our thoughts, and we're going to speak that things are going to go better from here on out, right? So it's just some encouragement for all of you to give yourself the permission to shift your day and to empower your mind. I hope that these thoughts, when I give them, it really can resonate with somebody, that whatever I have gone through, I am currently going through, I am not my situation. I hope that that message right there will hit the person that it needs to hit. I am not my situation, because sometimes we define ourselves by our financial situation. We feel like we're less of a woman or less of a man because maybe we don't have a lot of money to rub together. We're counting our coins and being very careful about budget and things like that. But sometimes you just fall on hard times, and it's okay. Other times it's just maybe your body is going through some things. Like you have some, what I call the creaks. Your body is just slowing down, just getting older, or dealing with a health problem. It's so many things that can happen in our lives, but whatever is happening right now in your world, I want you to focus on being compassionate to yourself. Many times we'll try so much to be compassionate to other people, not knowing that we also deserve compassion. And I love to remind myself of that I also deserve compassion. If I'm having a bad day, that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be in my feelings sometimes. It's okay to shed some tears. It's okay to be upset. But what's not okay is for us to stay in that space and to never give ourselves the permission to get help, to get support. There's many things that we can lean on. We can lean on good friends. We can lean on faith. We can lean on journaling, positive affirmations. We can shift the our day. Get into your favorite hobby. Put on some good music. There's a lot of things that we can do to shift the direction of our day. We don't have to have a terrible day. We can just have a few moments, as I call them. A few dark moments, but just don't let all those dark moments supersede us having positive ones, an enlightened, empowered, positive, joyful thoughts as well, because we all deserve to have those as well. Sarah says, yes, Marlene, empowerment and accountability. Right. And it's so important. I said that to everybody. We are all accountable for what we do. So what does that mean? That we have to get into some action, everybody, right? We have to actively participate in our life. So if you're going through something, you got to participate on how can I make my mental health better? You may need to deal with some unresolved issues. Maybe you need to work on something for your healing. Maybe you have not been taking care of yourself the way that you do. You may need to slow down on how much you show up for everybody and start showing up for yourself and saying, no, I can't do that. You cannot help everybody. You got to help yourself too. And it doesn't make us selfish. It means we love ourselves. Okay? So um, that's my time, everybody. I really appreciate every single person for popping in for my live streams. And I always love the commentary when you guys put things in the chat. I thank you all so much. Yes, Paula, have a good rest of your night. And to everybody who was in here, I wish you all empowerment and self love, respecting yourself, and apply some compassion to yourself. Be patient with yourself and stop beating up yourself, okay? Mm-hmm. James says, I would say slam them brakes on and grab a cup of coffee and start this day over. Yes. Do what you need to do so that you can be your best, right? Sarah says, life shapes us in all different ways, right? It does. But then we have to allow ourselves to be molded, molded like clay. Let yourself be shaped in different directions. Don't be so harsh. Be malleable, you know? Allow yourself to the permission to move this way and that way and move back from people who don't want you to be around them, or give yourself the permission to do some things for yourself. Whatever is necessary for you to be empowered and happy, do those things. Okay? So I'm sending you guys positive vibes only, and elevation. And also, we always talk about how important it is a commitment to being our best selves. I want you to be your best self and be happy. So, on this empowering Tuesday, this elevating Tuesday, okay, we're going to do some things to empower ourselves so that we can be our best self. And you know what those things are. So, write them down in your journal, or put a message in your phone. How can you take better care of yourself and do those things one by one? Because we get one us. You only get one you. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, everybody. Okay? Sending you positive vibes. I'm Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger and life coach. And you know what I say over here: love your life and live your life. I'll see you guys back on tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to my channel members. Thank you all so much for your support. I thank you. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.